Okay, welcome back, and here's part two of doing the cleaning database. Um, so, okay, let's look at what the database wants us to do. We've got our tables made. So we've been asked to create a database for Bleach and Clean, a cleaning service based in London. The company's database records cleaning service, staff, customers. Yep. The company offers a variety of cleaning services. Now they're all covered in TBL cleaning service, so we'll just check. We've got a quick clean, yes. We've got a weekly clean, yes. We've got a one-off clean. We've got a spring clean. We've got an end of tenancy clean, and we've got a holiday clean. So perfect. The company has 32 employees, and they're now here. Yep. And we have 4 supervisors. Bang. You see, it's almost told you. You've got 3 tables there if you look at it. And then each cleaner was given a job star rating for the quality of their cleaning jobs. And that's here. And there we are. There's the job star rating there. So basically, it's telling you that you need 4 tables. And guess what? We've got 4 tables. So the database needs to record each cleaner's details, and the supervisor gives each cleaner a daily job star rating. The supervisor records the job stars into the database. When the cleaner receives 60 or more stars per month, they are given a bonus. If they receive 25 stars or less, they are sent on a training course. So let's see what we've got here. So this says to me we need to have a form. The form needs to be reasonably easy to use. Here, this tells me we need an if statement or a switch statement. They pretty much do the same things. I just think switch statements are easy to make, so I prefer switch statements, but we'll look at those in a bit. So, you need to design a relational database structure that matches the data provided. Check, we've done that. Does it avoid unnecessary duplication of data? Check, we've done that too. Have we used recognised naming conventions? So far, yes we have. This, of course, the SAM data 2 is the exception to that because that doesn't actually form part of our database as is. It's just there as kind of time immemorial and ensures data integrity. And if you've done the stuff here with the relationships, we should have data integrity. Close that. Yes. So to provide accurate validation rules where appropriate, using a minimum of a range check on a suitable field, presence check on a suitable field, and a list check on a suitable field. So we need 3 validation rules. Don't we, Rob? Oh, sorry. No, we'll not have any of that. So let's see where we can stick some validation rules in. Now, I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to do as many as I can. Now, realistically, it says it wants a range check, a presence check, and a list check. I would do 2 of each. 1 is definite, 2, we're just doing belt and braces. So, none of these are particularly good. Telephone number, I suppose you could have an input mask down here, but this is where you run into the problem. We'll just quickly have a look at this. 1, 2, yeah, I wouldn't go for telephone number, and the reason being, telephone numbers aren't always the same length. Most of them are, but they're not always the same length. So therefore, it's not going to work. Email, yeah, we can leave that alone, I figure. Gender. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start building my first validation rules. Gender's a really good one. And for the database that we've got here, the genders are differentiated by M and F. M for male, F for female. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the field size down to 1 because we only need a field size of 1. We don't need to change the format, and we're going to have an input mask. So there we go. And that means it's going to be a number. That would force a number, which we don't want. We need it to be a letter, so we put an L in for better. Okay, so the validation rule is M, bunny ears M, or space bunny ears F. Okay, in the validation text. So if somebody types this in incorrectly, we'll have it here. Please enter only M for male or F for female. I realise that in this modern exciting world we live in, there seem to be more than 2 genders. In fact, I've heard tell of 37 different kinds of gender. However, for this database, Superfund Cleaners, or whoever they're called, let's just see, yeah, Bleach and Clean even, only deal with male and female. Okay. Oh, and I've just spotted another spelling mistake. Actually, what's that doing there? That shouldn't even be there. Yes, it should. Naughty Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown was getting it wrong there. It does there because that's a foreign key. But let's just check that. Yeah, that should work okay. Some data may be lost. Data integrity rules. Yeah, don't worry about that. That looks good. I'm just going to go to relationships. Yeah, relationships are still all working and happy. One cleaner has one. Any cleaners have? Yeah, one cleaner can have many supervisors, so that still all works. Yeah, we'll save changes to that. We can get rid of that. We've got our cleaners database. So let's go back to this. So happy days, this is all done. Now, when we come to test this, we're going to need to test it against normal, erroneous and extreme data. So normal data would be putting the M or the F in. Does it work? Happy days. Erroneous, you could type in a number. Would it work? And then for extreme data, you could type in penguin. Well, actually, no, that would be erroneous as well. You could type in male. It would still be correct, but it's more than the database is set to accept. So let's just quickly check this works. There we go. So we're going to add a new person. Now, this person we're going to keep deleting, and I'm just going to give them a quick ID. There we go. Doesn't need a telephone number, doesn't need an email address, but this Alex Blackwell, male or female, we don't know. Let's go for male. Yeah, so we put M in. It works. Happy days. Now, that's great. So let's just delete that so we know that works. Delete record. Yeah, I'm about to delete a record. We'll put them in again. ATB44 Alex Blackwell. So I'm now going to put a number in. Yeah, so you hear that clicky noise? Yeah, it doesn't want to take a number, and that's the input mask at work. So let's try something wrong. Now, penguins. We all love penguins, don't we? Biscuits and animals. So let's put a P in. Yeah, there. Oh no, we'll put a capital P in. It looks nicer. Then I hit enter. Oh no! Please enter only M for male and F for female. It doesn't accept penguin as a valid answer. So we click OK, and then we can go back and make Alex Blackwell a man. So that's how it works. And again, we've tested it there against all 3 kinds of data: normal, extreme and erroneous. Now, when you come on to your testing, which I'll discuss later, that's how you're going to test that to make sure it works. And you're going to need to show that it works. So, let's go back to the Gubbensy. So, yep, that works. Now, we've got a range check. We've got a presence check. We could even put a list check or a table lookup on this. So let's just quickly build one of those. Yeah, we could build as that. So list box. actually no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build this combo box. I like combo boxes. Shoot me. There we go. And anybody who doesn't like them, well, you know, that's their thing. So there we go. So we've changed display control to combo box. We've changed row source type to list value and our row source to M for male and F for female, and it's got, is that a semicolon? I don't know. Yeah, it's a semicolon. Yeah, that's called a semicolon. It's like a comma-y bit with a dot. It's a semicolon, and if it's not a semicolon, it's whatever it actually is. So there we go. Happy days. We've got that. Yeah. Okay, so let's test that it works. So we go back to view, save the table, it's saved, and we'll ignore that for the moment. I'm just going to be nosy, no, wrong thing, I just want to check something. Yeah, no, this is all good, it's all good in the hood. Okay, so there we go, lose that. So let's go for this again, ATB 44, Alex Blackwell. Now this time you'll see we've got our little drop down box working, and that's super cool. So yeah, we can put that in. Now again, we can still type in P for penguin and it's still not going to work. Okay, cool. But as you can see, have we just provided accurate validation rules where appropriate? Yes, we have, and that one thing covers them all. Now again, would I do more than that? Yeah, you're absolutely right, I would. Just bear with me. Get rid of this. And delete record. And happy days. Right. So we've done one of those. Let's have a look at where else we could put in a suitable validation rule. So let's have a look in... We've done cleaners. Let's have a look in cleaning service. Yeah, well, they're all pretty much done. We're not going to mess around with that. We've got job star rating. And, okay, so we've got cleaning service date. We'll just leave that alone, I think. That's pretty cool. Job star rating is a number. Yeah, now this would be worth changing. Again, we see we've got a cleaner ID here and a clean service ID. And they're both foreign keys. You could, if you want, give this, we could call this ratings ID if we wanted. It's going to go now when I do that. Do you want to save changes? Yeah, I'll save some changes. And again, we just go back here and look. Is it happy? Yes, it is. It's all happy. Cool. So we just close that. So let's go back to this design view and let's do some job star ratings. So again, how are we going to do this? So we're going to have an input mask, so I'm going to stick a 9 there because force is a number. I'm not going to worry too much about caption at the moment. Default value, we're going to ignore that, there is none. Validation rule, so it's 1 or 1 bunny ears, 1 bunny ears, or bunny ears 2 bunny ears, or bunny ears 3 bunny ears. Validation, please enter only 1 for poor. Let's just check. Yeah. Two for MDARD, or 3 for good. Okay, so again, that's our validation rule. You could force it to be required, so if it's required, it will not let you save the record, it will not let you process that data entry any further until there is a value there. And so I think for this that's probably worth doing. And again, it just shows a nice little extra skill that sticks in to your validation rules. So let's just quickly test that. Save the table. Yeah, okay, it's happy. Oh, no, I've not typed my expression correctly. Have I? No, you're right, I've not done it properly. So I just jumpty-dumpty-dum. Yeah. I wish my eyesight was better. Okay, let's just take the input mask out for a moment, see if that helps any. Shouldn't be doing this late at night. So, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3. Bingo! Okay, so, let's go and test this now, right the way to the bottom. Okay, so I'm just going to stick today's date in, there we go. As I say, this is only to test and we're not going to leave this. So, if I try and click away from this without entering, okay, no, I've done that. Okay, so put 2 in, yeah, that works. Write 2 in. No, it's not happy. Actually, that's really not happy. Yeah, must enter a value, and that's because, yes, go away. Yeah, okay, so let's just put a value. Let's put 4 and see what happens. See, yeah, our validation rule kicks in. It's not happy. Okay, so let's just put another one in. 2. 42 is definitely not going to work. Yeah, it's happy now. So that's how that works. Perfect. Delete record. Yeah, you better delete the record. We don't need the record. So we go here, drop star rate, and yeah, it all works. We've got a required field. We've got validation text. We've got validation rule. And again, we can just create another combo box. Again, we do this not necessarily to try and... We're just doing it to show that we can. Yeah, and it wants it, so we do it. And then 1, 3, there we go. Save the table, and now you see when you click on one of these you also get your drop down. Okay, so that's those done. Happy days. And close those. Okay, let's call that one quits for that, because that's showed us how to do the validation rules, and I'll get that uploaded and you can have those to play with, gang. Okay, right, see you next time. Bye.